Hi everyone, glad to see you again. Today I have something informative lined up for you. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Stay safe online, cyber defense. Before we dive in, I want to make something crystal clear. Everything you're about to see and hear is for your own digital safety and peace of mind. In today's world, our smartphones are like digital diaries, holding our most personal information, memories, and even secrets. That's why it's so important to understand how to protect yourself in the digital age. Everything we cover here is strictly for educational purposes. Think of this as your personal privacy workshop, a safe space to learn, ask questions, and take control of your digital life. Whether you're a student, a parent, or just someone who wants to feel more secure, you're in the right place. Imagine me as your friendly guide, walking you step by step through the process of locking down your iPhone and making sure your private life stays private. I'm here to help you understand what's happening behind the scenes on your device, and to show you how a few simple changes can make a world of difference. We're not here to learn any shady tricks or shortcuts, just the honest, straightforward ways to protect yourself and your loved ones. There's no hacking, no sneaky business, and nothing illegal. Just smart, responsible steps to keep your information safe. Remember, your phone is your property. Your data belongs to you, and you have every right to decide who can access it and how it's used. It's your phone, your data, your rules, always. The goal here is simple: to give you the knowledge and confidence to control your privacy. We want you to feel empowered, not overwhelmed by your technology. Don't worry about complicated tech jargon or confusing instructions. I'll break everything down into easy, practical steps that anyone can follow, no matter your experience level. This isn't about scaring you or making you paranoid. It's about giving you the tools and knowledge to feel confident and secure every time you use your phone. Apple provides a lot of privacy tools, but they're not always set up for maximum protection right out of the box. Sometimes you have to dig a little deeper to find the settings that really matter. Together, we'll go through your settings and make a few tweaks, so your phone is set up exactly the way you want it. It's all about making your device work for you, not the other way around. Use what you learn here not just to protect yourself, but to help your friends and family stay safe too. Sharing this knowledge can make a big difference in your community. So are you ready? Let's get started and turn your iPhone into a privacy fortress, one setting at a time. Your journey to digital empowerment begins now. Forget the Hollywood hacker in a hoodie. Most iPhone hacks are just people taking advantage of settings you didn't know about. It's like leaving your keys under the doormat. Convenient, but risky. Apps and advertisers can quietly collect your info if you're not careful. It's not always about stealing money. Sometimes it's about building a profile of your habits. These leaks add up, revealing more than you'd expect. Our mission: find those digital keys and put them somewhere safe. We'll look at common settings that put your privacy at risk. With a few tweaks, you're back in control. Be the boss of your own information. Your lock screen is supposed to keep strangers out, but by default, anyone can access the control center, even when your phone is locked. That means a thief could turn on airplane mode, making Find My iPhone useless. They could also mess with Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, or even your wallet. It's all about convenience, but it's a big security risk. Imagine letting strangers fiddle with your fuse box before they're allowed inside. This default setting just doesn't make sense for your security. Let's fix it so only you control these features. Time to lock down your lock screen. Here's how to stop strangers from using your control center. Open Settings. Tap Face ID and Passcode or Touch ID and Passcode. Enter your passcode. Scroll to allow access when locked. Find Control Center and switch it off. That's it. Now only you can access Control Center when your phone is locked. No more quick airplane mode tricks for thieves. Your phone's powerful shortcuts are now behind your passcode. You keep the convenience, but with real security. This takes seconds and makes a huge difference. Give yourself a pat on the back. Let's move on to the next privacy fix. Let's talk about ad tracking, a hidden part of your digital life that most people never really think about, but it affects nearly everyone who uses a smartphone or browses the web. Every time you open an app, visit a website, or even just scroll through your social media feed, there's a good chance that your actions are being quietly monitored and recorded. Apps and websites love to follow what you do, building a detailed profile of your habits. They track what you search for, what you click on, how long you spend on certain pages, and even the times of day you're most active. This information is collected in the background, often without you realizing it, and it's used to create a digital fingerprint that's unique to you. That's why you see ads for things you just searched for, or products you only mentioned in passing to a friend. It can feel almost magical, or a little creepy, how quickly the ads seem to know exactly what you want, sometimes before you even realize it yourself. It's not just one app or website doing this. It's dozens, sometimes hundreds of companies all sharing and trading your information behind the scenes. Data brokers, advertisers, and tech giants all want a piece of your digital identity, and they're constantly exchanging details about your online behavior. Over time, these companies can learn a surprising amount about you. They know your routines, like when you wake up, where you go, and what you like to do. They can figure out your interests, hobbies, favorite brands, and even your political leanings or personal beliefs, all from the digital breadcrumbs you leave behind. This data is incredibly valuable. It's bought, sold, and traded between companies, often without your full consent or understanding. You might have agreed to some terms and conditions, but most people don't realize just how much of their personal information is being passed around. That's where Apple's App Tracking Transparency feature comes in. It's designed to put you back in control of your own data, giving you the power to decide which apps can track your activity across other companies' apps and websites. Now, instead of apps tracking you by default, they have to ask for your permission first. You'll see a pop-up notification whenever an app wants to track your activity, and you can choose to allow it or say no. But just because this feature exists doesn't mean it's automatically working for you. You need to make sure your settings are correct and that you're actually protected from unwanted tracking. It's worth taking a few minutes to double-check your privacy settings and make sure you're not sharing more than you want to. Let's walk through the steps to check that your iPhone isn't letting apps follow you around. We'll look at where to find the tracking settings, how to turn off tracking for individual apps, and what to do if you want to go completely invisible. Remember, you have the right to take charge of your digital shadow. You don't have to let companies collect and use your data without your knowledge or consent. By making a few simple changes, you can protect your privacy and keep your personal information safe. Here's how to go invisible, at least as far as ad tracking is concerned. Let's get started and make sure your digital life stays private. In today's digital world, it can feel like your every move is being watched. But what if you could make yourself invisible to the apps that track your every tap and swipe? The good news is, stopping apps from tracking you is easier than you might think. With just a few simple steps, you can take back control of your privacy and keep your personal information safe from prying eyes. Start by unlocking your iPhone and heading straight to the Settings app. Scroll down until you find Privacy and Security. This is your gateway to a more private digital life. Tap on it, and you'll see a range of options designed to help you manage what information your phone shares. Next, look for the tracking section. Here, at the very top, you'll notice a setting called Allow Apps to Request to Track. This is the master switch for app tracking on your device. If you want to stop all apps from tracking you in one go, simply turn this toggle off. With one tap, you're putting up a wall. No more annoying pop-ups asking for permission, and no more silent tracking happening in the background. It's a blanket ban that keeps your data yours. Prefer a more hands-on approach? If you leave the toggle on, you can scroll through the list of apps below and decide, one by one, which apps you trust with your data. Maybe you want your favorite fitness app to track your steps, but not your shopping app. The choice is yours, and you can change your mind anytime. No matter which method you choose, the power is in your hands. You're no longer at the mercy of hidden trackers or mysterious data collectors. You're in control of your digital footprint, and that's a great feeling. Gone are the days of companies building detailed profiles about you without your knowledge. No more feeling like someone is watching over your shoulder as you browse, shop, or chat with friends. You might still see ads here and there, but now they're just generic. Advertisers won't know your name, your interests, or your habits. You become just another anonymous user, blending into the crowd. Taking this step is a huge win for your privacy. It's a simple change, but it makes a world of difference in how your information is handled and protected. Once you've made these adjustments, you can relax. There's no need to constantly check or worry. Just set it and forget it. Your phone will do the rest, keeping your data safe in the background. Congratulations! You've just shaken off your digital shadow. You're now free to use your phone with confidence, knowing your privacy is protected. Ready to take your privacy even further? Let's tackle location privacy next, so you can decide exactly when and how your whereabouts are shared. Your iPhone tracks your locations for convenience, but it also keeps a detailed log called Significant Locations. This feature records where you live, work, and visit most. It's meant to help with things like traffic updates, but it's a privacy risk. Anyone with access to your unlocked phone could see your entire routine. It's like having a private investigator in your pocket. The good news, you can turn this off and erase your history. Your Maps app will still work fine. You don't need to share your life's map with your phone. Let's wipe that log and keep your movements private. Here's how. Open Settings and tap Privacy and Security. Tap Location Services. Scroll to the bottom and tap System Services. Find Significant Locations and tap it. Enter your passcode or use Face Touch ID. You'll see a switch at the top. Turn it off. To erase your history, tap Clear History. That's it. Your iPhone stops logging your most visited places. Your location stays private. No more secret maps of your life. You're in control of your movements. Quick, simple, and effective. Let's wrap up with a privacy checkup. You've locked down your iPhone's biggest privacy risks. But privacy isn't a one-time job. Check your settings regularly. New apps and updates can change permissions. Every few months, review your privacy and security settings. Check which apps have access to your location, camera, microphone, and contacts. Remove permissions that don't make sense. Stay proactive. Your digital life is worth protecting. Share these tips with friends and family. A few minutes of maintenance keeps your data safe. You're now the boss of your phone. Enjoy your newly fortified iPhone. Stay private, stay secure. Thanks for watching and learning with me. Drop a comment below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. I value your feedback. Cyber Defense.